Hey, this is Nick with Medio Scientific. Welcome back to the MetSci demo dashboard tutorial. This part is about setting up your LDDS75 sensor. First thing I'm going to do, as always, is put on my glasses so I can see what's going on. Now we're going to skip through a bunch of this stuff. I'll do a totally separate video on actually setting up the sensor, which is more applicable to any sensor and really configuring sensors. But this does walk you through it, and there is a link to the add a device tutorial on how to do that. So there's the add a device, and then there's a configure a device, which goes through this whole piece here. But for right now, we're going to go back to our MetSci demo dashboard, go down to setting up the sensor. Now, I'm going to assume that you've got the sensor provisioned. We've talked about that in add a device. You can check the link metrics. If you don't see them right away, no big deal. Or if you don't see exactly what you want, don't worry about that. That's why we're setting this whole thing up, is so that we can see what we're doing. You're going to configure it for fast firing, which is what that configure a device piece is all about. And then this is where this kind of thing starts. So we're going to cruise over to our chirp stack instance, and that is going to look like this. And we'll go to our application. In this case, it's the LDDS liquid level sensor. And then I'm going to go up to integrations, and we're going to look for HTTP plus, or HTTP, and then we're going to hit the plus sign. Now, we've got, we're going to set up the event endpoint URL and the headers. And what we're going to do there is we're going to change the event endpoint, and this is in the tutorial, to what we set up. So I'm just copying and pasting this directly from the tutorial. We're going to change your domain to what my domain is, in this case, gristleking.dev, and then delete that last little EV, last little caret. And there we go. So this is saying, hey, we want you to send the data from anything in this ChirpStack application to this URL. And then in order for it to get accepted at the other end, we're going to add two headers. The first header is going to be the one that we had set up before. So remember when I said to keep all that stuff, is we're going to first copy and paste. Remember the CF access client ID? So this is the first part. And then the second part is going to be what we set up, which is our top secret value. Again, don't share these values with anyone. These on my side are getting erased after I record this thing. And then we're going to set up another header, and this is for the secret. And in this case, we're going to paste that long secret in here. Mine ends with 100. And we're going to submit. And so now we've got our HTTP integration set up so that whenever any sensor in this application fires, it goes to that endpoint, which is going to be, of course, maybe not of course, is going to be in our Node-RED service over on the Raspberry Pi. And you are now set up. We'll go into, in the next video, we'll do local integration setup, but this is just a super short one. And that's all you have to do. Rock and roll.